ago. An old-time embroiderer showed me it, and it has saved me countless hours of my life. What's special about this knot is it goes through the needle eye, I'd say 9 times out of 10. So I'm sure a lot of you are using a square knot. It's kind of similar to that, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm also going to walk you through real quick how to, if you run out of thread on your machine, a quick and easy way to get the thread back through your machine without having to use your plastic wire that is in the ops kit that came with your machine. So I'm going to switch over cameras real quick. We'll go over to my machine and I'm going to walk you through this knot. So as you guys can see, all the threads on my machine are all over the place. I just moved my machine into my new house about 2 days ago, and I didn't take my spools of thread off, and they are all over the place. So I have to rethread it. So I thought, why don't I show a quick video on how to do this knot. So we're going to swap out this thread here, and I'm going to put on my red thread. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this spool off, and the key here is to leave a nice long tail. So you know, I bring it down to about where my pinch roller is, and I will cut it there. So this is still coming up through my thread tree. This is still all the way in the needle. And next step is grab your new spool of thread. We're just going to put this on there normally. There's nothing, no thread through the middle of there. It's just a normal spool of thread. We're going to drop that over the top of our thread tree. I need to bring this one up a little bit. It must have got moved in the move. And we're going to come up to the top. Let me adjust my camera here a bit. We're going to come up to the top, and I'm going to grab my thread that's still threaded through my machine. Now, with this spool of thread, I'm going to take 2 fingers. I'm going to lay it over the top of those 2 fingers, and I'm going to wrap it around 1 time. So you can see that the thread tail is just hanging out over here on the right-hand side. Now, I'm going to go to my spool of thread on the machine. Once again, I'm pulling off enough tail so that I have some excess. And I'm going to lay that on the top on the right hand side as well. So now you can see we have both threads just hanging out over here on the right hand side. Now grab both of your tails, bring them over the top of your loop that you did around your fingers, hold it with your thumb. Now scissors your fingers open, reach in between, pull those thread tails through. And now you can see we're all the way through. Now before I tighten up this knot, I look here and I verify, all right, how much, tail do I have sitting here? I got enough? So if I didn't, what you can do is you can just kind of move this knot up closer. And then you can see we got a nice long tail here. So what this knot is doing is it's just lightly tying those 2 thread ends together. And what's going to happen is as you pull this through the machine, it's going to twist. And those ends, those tails are going to twist together, and it's going to form a nice solid tension coming all the way through the needle hole. Like I said, I was taught this a long time ago, and it has come in handy. So from there, I'm going to drop down my camera a little bit so that you guys can see. We'll bring it out some. I apologize for it being super echoey in here. My office doesn't have much stuff on the walls. Bring it down just a little bit more. All right, so I'm on needle number 6. I'm going to lift up my number 6 pinch roller. I'm going to grab from behind needle number 6 so that my thread is still in the needle eye there. And I'm going to slowly pull this. I always check up top here to make sure that my knot has stayed together. Slowly pull. I can see the red coming through, and it went right through the needle eye. I go until it's just a solid red right here. And then we're going to close our pinch roller. Always be sure to close your pinch roller, and then just cut your thread. So once you get the hang of that knot, I mean, you can swap out a spool of thread in 15 seconds. You'll be just freaking Jackie Chan on there, just powering away. So now I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to demonstrate real quick if you run out of thread completely on your machine. So I've done it a bazillion times in production. You're running, usually happens on your main colors, say like white. So what I will do is I'll just pull this off of here. We'll get it all out of my machine. What we'll do here is grab our new spool of thread. I'm just reusing this thread that I have laying around here. We will stack that on our machine. and the thread's just hanging there like it normally would. I'm going to take the end of my thread and I'm just going to put it down into my color tree tube here. And grab your trusty duster and just lightly spray in the end there, and you can see that came all the way through. So instead of using that that plastic wire that you have in your ops kit, which works great, you can feed it through that route. I use the canned air. It saves you a little bit of time. Really quick, easy things to do. So that would be what I did in production, and hopefully that knot helps you guys a lot. I'm going to switch cameras real quick again. So hopefully that knot helps you guys, and it saves you a little bit of time. I've been using it for a long time, and I'd love to hear from you guys what kind of knot you're using to tie off your threads. If you want to comment down below, I'd love to just hear what you guys are doing. And any questions, of course, comment down below. You can also email us over at applications@melco.com. Yeah, that's it for today. So nice and short and sweet, but hopefully it helps you guys, and you know, shaving 10 seconds, 20 seconds off of your production time when you're swapping a thread, you know, that adds up over the day. So hopefully that helps you guys. So until next week.